Okay, so it is day 2 here, and we are going to go on a ship tour this morning. I want to get it done while it's early before it gets super busy so you guys can see all of the areas around this ship. It is a beautiful ship. Oh my gosh, and I've been on a lot of cruise ships and I am absolutely fascinated. I've heard so much negative reviews about Carnival cruises, and so I've never wanted to do one. And I don't know if it's just because this particular boat wasn't originally Carnival. It was Costa Firenze, and it sailed on in Europe and has only been here in California since 2024. So maybe because it wasn't originally a Carnival boat, that's why it's so beautiful. But I am absolutely enamored and fascinated by this boat, and I cannot wait to take you guys along with me on this fascinating ship tour. So let's head on up to get some coffee.
All right, so we're heading up to the Lido deck. This is on deck 10, and I'm first going to show you around this area. This is where the pool is. You've got a couple bars, and this is the coffee shop. It's called Java Blue Cafe. I'll show you the sign later when we do a food tour. But this area you can hang out in and eat. And then just across the way, as you can see, I'm scrolling in, you've got Guy's Burgers. I'll show you a bit of that later. But in this specialty coffee area, the coffee is not free, so you have to pay for it. And then this is the lounge area by the pool. As I mentioned in one of my shorts, I'm not sure if you saw it, there's only 2 pools on this ship, and this is one of them, and it's very small. So next we're going to head on up to deck 11, but in order to get there, you have to go through the arcade area. So that's where we're going now. I'm going to kind of show you the arcade. It is early in the morning, so there's really nobody here, but there is a lot to do in this arcade, and typically during the day so far, it's been super busy. And then we're going to come out to the deck here. There is miniature golf. You have this whole gym area up on the top. It's like a climbing gym. It's actually pretty cool. And then this is the actual track. Now I'm taking you up a little bit higher to the water slides, and there's a hangout area for the parents while their kids are going on the slides. It's actually pretty cool, but it's a first come, first serve. So look at that nice little spot. You can lay down, do some sunbathing. I personally took a trip up to the water slides myself, and it was absolutely so much fun. And because there's not a lot of pools, this is the way to go. Such a beautiful ship. All right, now we're going to take you into Serenity, which is adults only area. And they have plenty of room for lounging. You can actually reserve sun loungers where there are actual swings, which I'll show you guys in a second, but there's tons of space. Look at this. I don't even think it's necessary that you reserve. But there's an area with the swings, and then you can grab some towels. And I'm going to stop talking. I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through this area so you can see all of the lounging spots. And there's a couple jacuzzis back here, but this is, like I mentioned earlier, on the 11th deck at the very back of the ship. Can see there is a lot of space in this area. Me and my friend that I went on this cruise with, we did not come to this area at all. I'm not quite sure why. Back here there's actually a bar as well, and this area is welcome to everybody as long as you are over 18.
Okay, next we're heading back down to deck 13, where the second half of the miniature golf course is, and I didn't get a chance to play. Really, 3 days on this boat was not enough time to really do everything. And the ropes course, let me just say, I really, really wanted to do that, but closed-toed shoes are required, and all I brought was sandals. You'll see this guy, he was chit-chatting with me, trying to figure out why I wouldn't do it, and I had to let him know that I'm a true California girl, and all I carry with me are flip-flops at all times. So note to self, if you do want to use the rope course, you will need to bring closed-toed shoes. All right, next we're going to go back down to deck 12 and watch the basketball players. So the basketball court is on deck 11, right under the trail. And then as I turn the corner, we're going to see this chick getting down. She is shaking her thing. So there's a nice little area to lounge out and play foosball. And then on the wall, it tells you that if you go around the track 4 times, it is 1 mile. So this is the aft of the boat where the second pool is at, and a couple jacuzzis. But tip for you, come early in the morning because these pools fill up extremely fast. All right, so next we're going to go on a restaurant tour. I'm going to take you through all the places to eat. First, we're starting off at the Lido deck, which is the Marketplace Buffet. You can get breakfast, lunch, or dinner here. You can get coffee and orange juice, which is included in your cruise, but you do have to pay for soda and beer. So now I'm going to take you out to Tomodoro. That is the Mexican-Italian cuisine. I didn't get a chance to eat here because there wasn't enough time. So here's the outside of the Java Blue Cafe. And then right across on the other side was my favorite bar, and it was called Rococo. And they made a mean mango margarita. All right, next on deck 11, we have Il Mercato, which is a sandwich shop. They have meatballs, hot dogs, and sandwiches. Their sandwiches there taste just like the ones from Florence. They were really good. At the back of the ship, where the other pool is at that I showed you guys, they have the Pizzeria del Capitano. They also serve bagels for breakfast. And now I'm going to take you over to the menu so you can see what kind of pizzas they have. I think they had a pepperoni, margarita, mushroom, prosciutto. Next we have La Strada Grill. That is their barbecue grill. We actually ate that on embarkation day and I really enjoyed it. So if you want to see me eating that and hearing my review, you can check out my vlog from day 1. All right, so next I'm taking you to the dining restaurant. This is Medici, and this is on level 3 and 4. This is where you go for your main dining. This is if you have a certain time that you're eating, whether it be 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a different area that you eat at if you have my time dining, which is what we had. And that is Michelangelo. So over at Michelangelo, this is where we're at now. They took us all the way to the back of the ship to eat, and the views were amazing and the food was so good. I will be doing another video just on the food that we ate if you guys want to check that out as well. So I'm just looking at this map because I want to take you guys down to the shops, which it looks like they are on deck 5. So I thought it would be cool to take you guys down the stairs so you could see the different paintings that they have in each section. It was pretty cool. I've been to Florence before, and so it was really neat to see these pictures. It brought back memories, especially that. The Duomo is what it's called. We actually went there, but they were closed on Sundays, so we didn't get to go inside. Okay, so now we're down on deck 5. This is the Cloud 9 beauty salon. There's also a fine jewelry store, which we're going to pass right now. There is a watch store, a store where you can buy toiletries and things of that nature that you might need, like sunscreen, feminine napkins, Tylenol, things of that nature. And I have to say, I'm really grateful they had that because I went on a princess cruise one time and they didn't have any of those things. I started my cycle and I had to wait to dock in San Diego and get off the boat to get it. It was awful. And so I'm really grateful that they had this extra shop on the ship. So now we're going to go to the theater that is on the same deck, deck 5. And I actually happened to waltz in when they were doing bingo. But we did come back here the next day to watch a show, which I think was called Tara and Might Get Married, something like that. I don't remember the names, but it was a fun show. It was a musical. So if you like musicals, definitely check that out. So here's some more stores. We decided to just take a stroll all the way down. There's also a bar right here and Il Viaggio restaurant. That is a specialty dining restaurant, which is $39 a person. It is their Italian food restaurant and it was really good. And then this is the main bar when you first get onto the ship. It was a happening place. All right, so now we're gonna go to Cloud 9 Spa. I didn't spend really much time in the spa, but I wanted to bring you guys through here because this is the way to the gym. All right, so now we're gonna move into the fitness center, and because I do not work out, this was the only time I stepped foot into the Cloud 9 Fitness Center. But in all seriousness, my husband loves to work out in the gym, and he said that this gym looked fantastic from my videos. And it doesn't hurt to have an amazing view while you are working out. So lastly, I'm going to take you guys to my favorite relaxing spots on the ship, and we'll be closing out this video. So on deck 11, there's this hangout area where you can sit, look out at the ocean, enjoy a drink, which I did on the first day. It's so nice and relaxing. There's also another area where you can sit and play games or read books. It's just very, very relaxing. My other favorite spot was in the back of the ship by the pool. We hung out there every single morning. We read our Bibles and prayed and just enjoyed the view. This was a sea day, and so we sat out here for a good couple hours before we had breakfast, and it was so serene and relaxing. And then down there is the deck area for anybody who has a stateroom in the back of the boat, and they have their own jacuzzis, as you can see down there to the right. But little pro tip for you, it is open to the rest of the ship after 7 p.m. So if you want to get away and get in a jacuzzi, there is the spot. Then up on deck 13, there's a hangout area where they played 80s music, and we just kind of lounged. As you can see, my friends singing. We're looking at the water and just enjoying the sun. And then last but not least, there was a nice cozy spot right under our stateroom where there was rarely any people, and this is a place where you can go. That's going to wrap up this cruise ship tour. This cruise was so much fun. It was a perfect amount of time. I had a blast. I would definitely recommend, if you just want a quick getaway, you live on the West Coast and you don't necessarily care about going to Ensenada, but just love being out on the ocean, this is the cruise ship for you. There was so much to do. I didn't even need to go into the port, and it was so beautiful. Like I mentioned throughout the tour, I've been on many cruise ships, and none of them quite compared to the experience that I had on the Carnival Firenze. I have heard so many terrible things about Carnival, and this one, I mean, for my first Carnival cruise ship, I'm grateful I chose this particular cruise ship because I think it wasn't like your average standard Carnival cruise ship. It was a lot more mellow from what I understand. And so I really, really enjoyed it. I had asked my husband originally if he wanted to go with me because I wanted to review the ship. And he's like, we live in California. So Ensenada, he doesn't really care about. And he's not a big cruiser. So he was like, no, just go with your friend and have a good time. And I truly did. It was so relaxing. I would definitely recommend, because it's short, it's only 3 days. If you have the time, and it was very inexpensive. I do want to tell you guys that. It was $350 a person. And it was in May. So It was right around Cinco de Mayo, so that could be why too. It wasn't quite summer. The kids aren't out of school yet. And so the prices were low, but I felt it was very much worth the money. I feel like I got more than my money's worth. And so I would highly recommend checking out the Carnival Firenze if you live on the West Coast or you're ever here. It is definitely a good one to check out. I've also been on the Princess Cruise to San Diego in Ensenada. That one was really nice as well. However, I liked this one better. I truly did. I felt like there was more to offer on this ship than the Princess Cruise that I was on. And it was just, I don't know. I loved Italy, so it was just a vibe. But if you want to see all the different videos I'm going to be putting out about this particular cruise, then please subscribe. There's going to be a ton. I'm going to do a vlog for every day. So I've already put out day 1. I will link that at the end here. And then after this one, I'm going to be posting vlog 2 and then vlog 3, which is when we go to Ensenada. And then I'm also going to do just a restaurant review of this ship. I'm going to do some shorts. So if you don't want to miss any of those, subscribe. Please, please, please help me. I'm trying to get my channel off the ground. And I will be going on some other trips this year, not any more cruises. I'll be going to Michigan, so I'll be vlogging that. So if you've never been to Michigan, we're going to go to Lake Michigan. It's going to be really cool. And then we're going to be back on Carnival Firenze in December. I might vlog it. I don't know. I'm going with my family, but it's going to go to the same places. So I most likely won't. I'm probably just going to take the time to just enjoy myself. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment and I will see you in the next one. Bye.